music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is a lot of boob. I'm sorry about that, but this is what I wore today. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 6, and it was a lot of things today. We're gonna get into that. I have a new lipstick for today. I did a whole Kat Von D. I got a few, like 13 or 14 new colors. So y'all will be seeing those over the next coming weeks. This particular color, it is Quads Malice. I do like it. I did post a close-up picture on my Instagram. If y'all not following me on Instagram, I suggest you do. I post a lot on there too, but more like personal stuff, a little bit of gossip stuff or whatever I do post on my IG. The link to my IG is in the description box below. So it's like an orangey color, but I like it. I try new things. So Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't like Candace, and let me just put that out front. I do not like Candace. She's getting on all the nerves that I have, and yeah, she irks all my damn nerves. So we do see Karen, who's sitting around talking to Ray. Before she was talking to Ray, she was being a bitch to Siri. What you getting mad at Siri for, Karen? You asked to talk to Matt. You don't have Matt in your phone stored as Matt. You have saved as Matthew. So I thought that was funny. She was trying to like, Siri, how many other Matthews in my phone? I would have been like, bitch, does it matter? Okay? Anywho, so her and Ray are talking, and she's talking about how I'm so buried in paperwork. But all she had was a little notepad, and she was on page 1. So, girl, what kind of paper was you buried in? But what's ain't got nothing to do with that. So, she's talking about how she wants to build an empire with makeup, with perfume, and things like that. She said she wants to have a line called Iconic Hair for people who have lost their hair. I wonder if she's talking about herself, because Karen Ed just be looking real thin sometimes. So I'm wondering if, within her older age, if she's, because when you get older, your hair does get thinner. So I wonder if it could be something that she's dealing with. But she also wants to do a fragrance and all that stuff. So she was saying how people don't think she works. I mean, we don't see her do much working. She did bring up how that she used to work at Taco Bell. Honey, I Googled Taco Bell start day because I was like, was Taco Bell open back when Karen was a little young person? I don't know. Okay, if you say so. I can't picture her work. But no, I can. But I still was like, has Taco Bell been around that long? I didn't know. I was like, because like, I don't remember my mama talking about she went to Taco Bell when she was little. I just don't think Taco Bell was around them times, honey. But I guess if she says so, was what it was. So when she's talking to Ray, she's also speaking about how, she might need some help with starting her business. Now, she didn't say whether she needed financial help, whether she needed just advice type of help. But either way it go, honey, Ray said, it might be better for you if you were able to do it with no help. And I said, well, damn, Ray. Even though he said he supports her, he said he, I'm like, well, either he ain't got the money to do it, I don't know what he meant by that, honey. But I was like, you could have just said, yeah, this is for the cameras. No? Okay. So we see that. Monique, Charisse, Candace, and Ashley all meet up. They were at like a cryogenic type of spa. And I was like, oh, okay. That's something real, real different. You know what I'm saying? So Monique was on how she's being pulled in so many different directions. Monique claims she busy girl in every day on episode. Saying how she's trying to create her own charity. She got her 2 kids and no nanny. She got to still please her husband, and how she's also starting a business about not being a lazy mom. But girl, at least you have the money and the funds to hire a nanny. You just haven't hired one yet. Again, I feel like every episode she brings up how busy she is, but she's busy by choice. She doesn't have to be busy. Mothers who cannot afford to hire a nanny, who cannot afford to do other things, are busy because they have no choice but to make the ends meet. You and Chris ends and met, tied and not, got married, had a baby, you know what I'm saying? All those things. Your ends is met, tied together by super glue, honey. So the busyness that you are putting yourself through is self-inflicted. So at this point, you need to stop complaining that you're oh so busy, or just take one thing off your plate until you finish something else, and then stop making yourself so busy. But we both know she'll get her nanny. She's going, oh, I have all this free time. I have a nanny now. Girl, bye. Anywho, so they're getting like this cryo frozen thing. It's when they get into a little booth thing, and it makes you be really, really cold, and it does whatever to your body. I don't know. I don't like being cold at all. So, and like, who said, I think, was it Ashley? No, Candace said, if I want to be that cold, I'll just go stand outside in the wintertime, right, for free, girl. Anywho, when Candace said, because they said, to get into the machine, I'm sorry, y'all, you couldn't have any metal on your body. And she gonna say, can I leave my ring on? I hope your ring free to fuck off in that thing. If they say no metal, girl, put your ring in the same place you put your goddamn pocketbook. Okay? Wherever your wallet at, put the ring there really, really quick. I get how she said, I don't like taking it off. But I also wouldn't leave it on if it could get damaged. Priority, girl, priority. I just hope her damn ring frees and fall the fuck off. I'm so mean anyway. So, once they do that and they're like sitting in a little massage chairs and their legs are in these, I don't know, these things that make the legs feel better. They're talking or whatever. So, I was talking basically about Giselle, which is what they always talk about. Monique's saying how, Giselle's lucky she's pretty, because if she did some things and she wasn't pretty, she wouldn't get away with it. But neither would you, Monique. Your attitude would not fly, honey, if you wasn't cute. So my thing is the same complaint that you have about Giselle is the same complaint Giselle can make about you, because your stink ass attitude of, oh my God, I'm so busy, can be very offensive. And if you was ugly or just didn't have any money, people would be hitting you up left and right like, bitch, you ain't shit. Who? It wouldn't fly. So the same thing that Giselle do is what you do, and the same shade that you throw at Giselle is gonna be thrown back at your ass too. So girl, whatever. Monique then seems to be like, she was offended that Candace, that Giselle was asking questions about Candace's mama, paying for all kind of stuff. Because when Candace and her baby, her fiance kids wanted to come up or whatever, and Giselle said, well, is your mama gonna pay for that too? Monique felt that was shade or whatever. But I feel like if Candace wasn't offended by it, why do you care? But Sharice was asked like that's a legitimate question. Candace speaks so much about what her mother pays for. When you say she paid for A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, of course they're going to ask if she paid for H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. That's what they're going to do, because you keep talking about what she pays for. So they're logical. They really are logical questions. They may seem shady, but you gave up so much information. They're going to keep asking you certain stuff, because hell, if she paying for your damn house and she's paying for your wedding, how do we not know she's not going to also pay for your man's wife, not your man's wife, your man's baby mama and the kids to move up? We don't know what she paying for, because as you say, she's rich in the upper echelon of thing, and she just paid for stuff. So is she paying for everything? So I didn't think it was a big difference. Sharice asked her, how old she is. Candace is 30. And I guess it is just weird that with her being 30, her mother's still paying for stuff for herself. But she then asked, well, how does your fiance fare, with your income? Meaning, like, how much money does he make compared to how much you make? And, I think Monique then said, well, we know he makes good money because she got that big ass rock on her finger. And then Sharice jokingly said, well, did your mom pay for that too? I thought it was a joke. Everyone laughed, including Candace. Candace said, girl, no, she did not. Candace laughed a little bit. Sharice then said, I had to ask. I had to ask. You could tell it was very much so in a joking manner, and it wasn't she wasn't trying to be fully shady. It was a joke when they was talking about stuff that mama paid for. At that moment in time, Candace did not seem upset. She did say, just to make it clear, my fiance bought my ring. But I said, that wasn't a shady question, because my thing is, your mama paid half of the mortgage of the home y'all live in. So if your mama paying half of the mortgage of where y'all live, how do we know that she didn't pay for half that damn ring for him to put on your finger? We don't know that, because he could have easily went to your mama and asked your hand in marriage, and she could have said, what kind of ring you getting her? Well, you know what? I'm going to give you this much to put on top of what you getting to get her a ring that I think she should have. We don't know if that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? Because again, your mama paid half the mortgage in the house you live in, girl. You can't act as if your mama just gave you a couple dollars here and there and then she don't do nothing else. She paid for everything. You are on your mama's payroll. It is what it is. And so, girl, it is what it is. After didn't bring up how they gonna go on like a little excursion, girls trip or whatever. Okay, we see that's what it's gonna be. Ashley and Michael go on like a little bike ride together. They were basically just talking and everything. And when they stopped the bike ride and started talking, Ashley brings up how she talked to Karen and how Karen had gave her kind of the same advice that Michael gave, or had the same standpoint that Michael had about her mom. Just about, cause look, so the other videos that I've done about Karen, about Ashley, I mean, I was on the fence about her mama, and her cutting her off or whatever. However, when she talked to Karen and she said, they paid $3,000 mortgage, plus she gives her mama an additional $1,500 a month, and she was saying how she can't keep continuing to do that. You was giving your mama $4,500 a month, girl. I see why Michael not willing to keep paying that. Bruh, if someone is giving you $4,500 per month and you working, which means what bills are you paying? She paying the mortgage and giving you spending money, lady. I was like, oh my God. I say that's why Michael was so upset. Sometimes I have to hear figures in order for me to get stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm a visual person sometimes. And when she gave the amount, we paid a $3,000 mortgage, plus give her, plus an additional $1,500 a month. I can't keep. I'm looking like, this bitch give her mama $4,500 a month. Ash is a damn fool. She's a complete and utter fool. Y'all been saying to me in the comments before, no, you don't get it. It's his. Y'all right. Ash is a complete fool. Michael has every right to cut her ass off and divorce her if you keep giving that lady $4,500. What's the math? Because if she been giving her $45,000, I should have done the math before I started doing this. If she been giving her mama $4,500 ever since for the past year, girl, you can give your mama $5,400 a year. That's a person's annual salary. Okay? That's an annual salary for some people. You are paying your mother a salary, and all you wanted her to do is stop being with the man who ain't helping her pay no bills, and she ain't did that in a year. Cut your mama the fuck off, girl. Cut her Metro PCS phone off. Cut her goddamn Macy's card off. Cut whatever off that you were supplying her with, because if you giving her you get her $55,000 in a year, and she ain't did the one thing y'all asked her to do, cut her the fuck off ASAP. Because girl, I was outdone when I heard the amount. I was like, Ashley, girl, you stupid. I thought they was giving her maybe $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her rent wasn't that much or whatever. I did not $45 a month. If anybody paid my rent for a full year, I would have enough money to buy me a whole goddamn house. Okay? Well, not like that, but you know what I'm saying? But you would have enough money put up to put down your own down payment on a house, because you've been saving that amount every damn month. Girl, the fuck by. I was like, that's crazy. So, she tried to tell him that, well, I have this thing where we might need to help her out for like the next couple of months so that she can just come up with a plan. And then Michael said, but what if she don't come up with a plan? What will be the consequence? Well, I can't give my mom consequence. I can't, imagine give her consequences. It's kind of crazy. I haven't really gotten that far yet. Well, again, as you was batshit crazy. She was saying how, for Michael's family, when they grew up, they were all like self-reliant. However, she said this kind of made me mad to a certain extent. She said, in the black community, the thing is, if I eat, everyone eats. Look, that's true. If I make it, we make it. However, Ashley, you haven't made it. Michael made it. You married Michael. Michael money does not mean that your family is entitled to his money, because I don't think Michael is rich to the point to where he ain't a million billionaire. I think he's just wealthy. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a thing of he has enough money to help, yeah, here and there, but he don't have the money to pay for a person to do, it's being wealthy and being rich is two different things. And I think that's what he's saying, like, she needs to do her own thing. So I'm like, for her to say, yeah, well, the thing is, well, black people, if I make it, if I eat, we all eat. But you eating off his dick. Okay? That's what you're doing. You haven't made it yourself either. You are living from his pocket. You haven't made it yourself. If it was your money that you made and you was helping your mama, that's different. That is the thing of, if I eat, you eat. But you can't try to feed your mama off some because you eating off Michael's plate. So you want your mama to eat the scraps that you get from his plate. That's not fair at all. You ain't made a boo-boo, so your mama can't eat yet. Because you barely eating your damn self. You gonna make so y'all all gonna starve in a minute because my mama gonna leave you alone. He just said how, you have to cut her off financially, or I can't keep doing this. And I feel like now that he has reiterated what he wants, now that I've heard how much money she's paying, now that she still won't say, if she don't do it, I'm gonna cut her off. The fact that she can't agree to at least say, okay, Michael, if we pay her stuff for, let's say, 2 more months and she doesn't do it, I will 100% absolutely cut her off. And if I don't, you can divorce me. The fact that she can't say that, divorce her ass now, Michael. Let her mama starve together. Let her mama eat off her plate, which ain't got that much food on it from the damn kangaroo restaurant. Do that and let her see the error of her ways, and it would not be wrong, because if you think about it, he's giving you ample time to get her together. $4,500 a month, bitch, bye. And then when she said, the house we got for her, we told her he couldn't live there, and then she moved the boyfriend in. If you tell someone, I'm gonna pay your rent, and you can't do this one thing, and they do that one thing, burn the goddamn house down to the ground. Burn that motherfucker down to the ground so that nobody can enjoy it, and then you keep the goddamn insurance money, because she did the one thing they told her that she could not do if they got her the house. So the fact that Ashley keeps, I can't do this. Your mama ain't helping you. Your mama gonna make y'all both be homeless. Girl, y'all gonna both be living in the goddamn tent. Jesus. We then see us out of the phone from that, I was getting all up in my feelings, because it's stupid. It's so dumb. And I kind of just didn't think about it before, because again, I didn't hear an amount. And I'm like, oh, she just helped mom a little bit. She get a little $1,000 here. That ain't that much. There's $1,000 here and there. That's not that much. But $55,000 a year, and she ain't moved that man out yet, and she ain't did shit yet either, and she can't pay her own bills, bitch, bye. Anywho, Robin and Juan. Juan must not ever buy Robin anything. They must have been real poor before, because all he did was buy the lady some shoes, and she was oh so happy. He like, yeah, ain't you going on a thing? Don't you some hiking shoes? I bought you some hiking shoes. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God. And you're like, that deserves a kiss, does it? Shoes should be normal. You should get shoes just because it's Tuesday. I mean, let it be known, honey. But again, we know that they have financial issues, so it could have been a strain for them to go out and just buy a new pair of shoes. So I get that too, but it was just me being funny. Anywho, we also see that she's not flipping houses, to make money. I think it's a great look. Juan and Robin went through their issues. It ain't nothing new. People go through things, cheat, break up, get back together, whatever. I can say that I'm happy to see they both seem happier. If you've been watching the first 2 seasons, they both seem happier. in this season. So for that, I'm happy. The kids seem more happy too. So you can't be upset when a family is still together. And for the most part, everyone in the family seems happy. He seemed happy. She seemed happy. Last season, they both seemed very fucking unhappy. It wasn't no smiles, no laugh, no giggles, no nothing. And now when we see them, they happy. So my thing is, if they happy, if they like it, we should love it. And that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? They moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky high. Let them be. Next. Oh, Monique, Candace, Ashley go up, meet up to shop. I feel like Candace is trying to get her a spot on the show next season. I do think she has solidified herself to be on the next season. She brought enough drama already in this only episode, 7 or whatever. But when Ashley was suggesting that Candace on this little trip or whatever, how Candace should room with Giselle so they can kind of get to know each other, and she's like, no, I don't want to do that. You know, I think Giselle has a little degree, and you're saying being a hater or being shady. But my thing is, everyone on the cast has. Think about it. Giselle is shady. Monique is shady. Ashley's shady. Robin's shady, and so is Giselle. I mean, so is Sheree. All of them, and Karen, they all have shady moments. So my thing is to make it seem as if Giselle is the only one who's shady, or Giselle, they all are. Each of them are. They all have their flaws. So I'm looking like, girl, bye. I don't really care. She just on how she did not appreciate, Sharice being shady with the whole, did your mama pay for your engagement ring thing? Girl, look, that happened when? Before. If you don't say something in the moment, you really should not come back later on after you didn't talk to someone else and someone else has an issue with it. So you didn't have an issue with it, but you didn't talk to whoever else and they thought, well, that was really shady. You know what? It was shady. Nah, I'm offended. If you're not offended when someone says something in that moment, it does not offend you. It doesn't. No one has ever said something to me and I was offended later. That ain't how it happened. If you say something, I'm always offended in the fucking moment, and you're gonna hear about it. I'm not gonna wait and do it later. So I feel like her saying now, oh my God, it was so offensive, girl, bye. No, it wasn't. So I like how Monique gave her some great advice and said, you have to catch the shade in the moment. My throat was really itchy. You have to catch the shade in the moment and say something then, because you really can't go back and bring up stuff later. And it's true, you do. That's how you should be as an adult. You should not wait and say, you know what? She said that 3 weeks ago, and now I'm offended, and I'm going to bring it up now. I'm like, girl, I don't give a fuck what I said 3 weeks ago. I don't remember what I said 3 weeks ago. If you wasn't offended then, I don't give a fuck now at all. So, I agree with Monique bringing that whole thing up. Candace didn't bring up how she's so stressed about her wedding, about the planning of her wedding, because her mother is always trying to dictate what she wants and how things should be done. And I have this to say about that. She's paying for it. Candace, if you don't want your mother coming to your house every month, if you don't want your mom's opinion on your wedding, then stop letting her be your goddamn benefactor. Wait, no. You stop being her benefactor, because she's paying you. You're getting benefits from her. Sometimes when someone is paying you or paying for stuff, they do feel like they have the right to dictate A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You get a job and your boss pays you a wage, and he tell you what to do. He or she tells you what to do because they pay you. Your mother is telling you how the wedding should be because she's paying for it. She's paying for all of it. And I think it's because to me, Candace probably has never really worked. She's probably always been kept by her mom in one way or the other, which is fine. And that happens when people's parents are wealthy. They do take care of their children, but a part of that usually includes them dictating things because they are the money maker of the family. You hear about people who, I want my kid to be a doctor. If they're not a doctor, I cut you off because you're not going to benefit from my goddamn pocketbooks. If you can't do what I asked you to do, go out and make your own wage. So my thing is, Candace, if you don't want your mom dictating, if you don't want her to be bossy in your wedding and all these other things, then go on your own pocketbook, get your own money, and pay for your own wedding. However, if she giving you a check for a wedding, you can't be upset if she said, you know what, I have my own suggestions for it. This is a part of me paying for it. You know that. So, honey, get over it. Whatever. I feel like, if you want your mom to stop looking at you like you're 12 years old, then stop accepting your allowance like you're 12. Your mother pays you an allowance like you're 12. You're getting an allowance as if you're 12 years old. So be an adult. Stop being 12 and stop accepting allowances from your mama, and then maybe she'll stop treating you like a damn child, girl. So from there, can y'all tell I don't like Candace? Just wondering. Monique gets drunk. Let's just be clear and call a spade a spade. After they went shopping, they brought up how they also went and got some food, got some drinks. And you go, like, I was out today with my family. My nephew he completed catechism school at church. And he got, he did the whole communion, taking the bread and the wine and all that stuff. So afterward, we went out to Benihana. I got some food. I had some drinks. Came home, and I said I need to go home because if I don't go home, I don't want to be driving after having these drinks. I wasn't at home but an hour and was passed out sleep. I got in my bed because I was drunk. I had some drinks, and I'm gonna lay down for like 20 minutes. It was like over an hour later, and my mom was coming to bring me some stuff that I had delivered to her house. But I thought I would hear her when she called me. My mama called my phone, or she called my iPhone, my Android, my house phone. She texted me, she tried to FaceTime me. She knocked on my living room window, everything. It wasn't she knocked on my bedroom window from the outside, and she had to like bang on the window. I was asleep. So, when you have drinks after hanging out with whoever, it makes you you can be drunk. So she making it seem as if, I wasn't drunk. I was driving. I took a long blink, and then I hit something, almost hit a tree, but I didn't hit the tree because whatever I hit first woke me up. But she veered off the road. What she should have said was, I had too much to drink and I was tipsy and I shouldn't have been driving. But the whole I blinked too long, no, you was behind the wheel and you was tipsy. That's the truth. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I was in a car accident. Man was crazy. When I saw her car, I was like, it looked like she hit a curb and hit a little guardrail. The car had minimal damage in my opinion. The tire was flat and there was a dent to the front bumper. They made it seem as if, oh my gosh, she got into a car accident. I thought the car was really, really messed up. I was like, the car, girl. But she was fine, she had some neck pain or whatever. But again, Monique, they gonna make Monique seem like she's an alcoholic this season. In case y'all don't know, that's what it's gearing up to look like. They're gonna make her look like that she has a drinking problem, because every time we see her, she's drinking some wine. They played her saying, yeah, let's go get some drinks and some dinner, whatever, at the little store. And then the next thing we see is she got into a car accident after she was out with her friends drinking. They're gonna make it seem as if Monique has a drinking issue. They are. This is what it is. So yeah, I think she was drunk. It is what it is. They show the car when after you get there, whatever. The car gonna be it look like it's gonna be maybe $10,000 to get it fixed. Does rich people cars don't have car insurance? Because when I got into my car accident, I just paid my deductible, and they did everything else. I'm like, when your car is real fancy, that ain't what they do. Because I'm like, why they gotta pay $10,000? I don't want a car like that then. I want to keep my little old car, so if something go wrong, I'm paying a deductible, and that's it. I don't want to pay $10,000 at all. No, thank you. Anywho, Monique is even saying, when I was on the bus, because Monique was saying, yeah, I dozed off. I wasn't drunk though. And she was like, she had more than 2 drinks. She had a few drinks, and she was drunk, and she was, but it was what it was. So, they on the whole bus thing, and shady bitchgate happened. Candace and Sharice get into an argument. It was crazy. Monique brought up how, Giselle shady, but she ain't got nothing on Sharice. Sharice said this and Sharice said that, and then Sharice said, she asked her if her mama paid for her engagement ring, which then made Candace say that was such a shady bitch comment. And Sharice was like, did you just call me a bitch? And it was, I get how Candace meant it. She didn't have to say bitch. I agree with that, but I also don't think that she was calling Sharice a bitch. But at the same time, if you put bitch in the vicinity of the word or whatever, people do assume you calling them a bitch. So to say, yeah, she had a shady bitch moment, they can take it or leave it. You know, it is what it is. I didn't think it was a big deal. However, when Candace saw Sharice and just call me a bitch, she could have said, well, no, maybe I shouldn't use the word bitch, but you was being shady. But Candace kept saying, well, yeah, it was a shady bitch moment. You know, whatever. They kind of going back and forth. You know, Sharice saying how it was a valid question. I feel like it was a valid question, because everything went left from there. But I mean, like, your mama paid for everything, girl. We already know that. So from there, I feel like Candace wanted to go at anybody to make them all not want to go at her again. I don't think she realized what she did was they gonna come at her anywhere it go. Ashley saying how it was some truth to Sharice being shady, because Sharice always say shady stuff. I'm like, Ashley, girl, just be quiet in the corner, because we ain't got time for you and your antics either. Sharice is like, you know what? I don't deal with children. I'm like, why you didn't say that, girl? Why you didn't say that? Are you calling me a child? And she was like, yes, look how you're acting. I can see where Sharice came from. Candace was upset and then started kind of name calling or whatever. And I think Sharice, being older, was like, girl, child, look, girl. I have a habit of saying to people when I'm pissed off, little girl, shut up. Especially someone who's younger than me, because I'm 36. So if I'm arguing with a 20-year-old, you're gonna be little girl. So because we know Sharice is in her 40s or her 50s, I'm not sure. I know she's in her 30s. I can see her saying little girl, and Candace got offended from that. Honey, Candace didn't go on to call her a goddamn geriatric granny. I'm like, bitch, but you sitting there with other people who's old. I mean, because Karen's older than her, Gisella's also older. I'm like, you can't just it was a full-on mess, if you ask me. I do feel like Candace was wrong for calling her geriatric, simply because saying little girl isn't, in my opinion, as offensive as saying, you old biddy, you old geriatric grandma, all that stuff. Don't talk to me. Monique at this point is sitting in between them, because it was a heated argument. It was very, very heated, because to the point to where Sharice was like, girl, whatever, I'm gonna put myself in a bubble. I'm not gonna get your hands out of my face. She like, if my hands was in your face, you would feel it. I say, it's cool. And Monique, like, because she's friends with Sharice, and she is cool with Monique. She's cool with Candace. But in my opinion, I felt like Candace was more wrong than Sharice. I felt like, again, you brought up a comment she made that you didn't have no issue with before, and now it's the issue and you want to argue and fuss fight about it. It was some bullshit. Whatever. They get to the house. They took the bus to like a lobby of a hotel just to get them some cars and drive further. I'm like, why didn't the little bus thing just take them all the way to where they had to go? I was confused about that. So they was in two separate cars. We had Monique, Candace, and Ashley and Robin in one car. You had Giselle, Karen, and Sharice in the other car. I do think the car that fit 5 should have been Karen, Giselle, Sharice, and Robin. I thought it was weird that Robin was in the car with the other 3, but I'm like, I don't think they realized when they picked the cars how the cars fit whoever. Because they in a car and you have Monique and Candace talking, and Candace like, well, I think, what I'm saying, I'm okay with Sharice, but I can't believe what she said. And then Monique poking the bear saying, well, technically Giselle called the little girl first. And I'm like, no, she the fuck didn't. And then Candace said, well, yeah, because I'm gonna check her too. And Robin's looking like, these bitches here, I just can't, she couldn't take, it's a full-on mess. But we see Giselle saying how Candace owe Sharice an apology. So they get to the house and they eat. It's a full-on mess. Giselle brings up like, hey, I think you need to apologize to Sharice for what you said. And Candace thinks that Sharice owed her an apology for asking the damn question. At this point, it's the same argument they were having on the bus, except now they seated. But at this point in time, Sharice says, like, look, It was a joke for one thing, you know what I'm saying? When I said it, you should have addressed it then, but you laughed. You didn't have an issue with it then, so, I don't care. After time, well, you said it was a repetitive argument, you know what I'm saying? Candace even said, well, I feel like you and Giselle always coming at me because I pay for stuff. Karen said the honest to God truth, you give too much information, and I told you at the barbecue you offer too much information and they gonna use it against you. She gonna say, well, I don't think they should take the information and use it against me. I'm like, bitch, do you watch the show? You have to have watched the show if you own it. You didn't come on the show for no goddamn reason. So I'm like, you girl, it's just stupid. At this point, Candace saying, you and Giselle, both of y'all she sent it to Giselle and Sharice. Both of y'all some cat bitches. Again, here she goes that bitch word. And I think that's what Sharice called her young. Cause why we gotta be bitches? Why I gotta be a bitch? Both of you bitches is cat. Y'all both some cat bitches. At least I don't have to depend on the man to pay my bills. But bitch, you cap too. Your mama keep you. You're a cap bitch too, girl. Y'all are cap in one way or the other. That none of y'all had your own money. You're cap bitch. So my thing is, you going off on them, and you just like if your mama cut you off, you would be hit too, girl. So it was just, at that point, it's dumb. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You calling them cap when you cap too. You saying how they so worried about you, but you worry about them too. I think at this point the argument is just really, really stupid. Robin brings up how you can't give information and be upset when someone has follow-up questions about the information that you gave us. Which is, have you seen the show? Girl, have you seen the show? What else was she saying? This her and Giselle not going back and forth. Giselle sound like, that's my friend. You owe her an apology. And are you her mother? And she's like, I'm not her, but I'm her friend. Look, I'm the exact same way when it comes to my friends. I will check a bitch dead in their face and say, bitch, you owe my friend an apology. And why? Because I'm her friend. Why? Because I'm her friend, bitch. Okay? I can completely get where Giselle was coming from in defense of Sharice. That is what friends do. That is what true friends do. If someone says some bullshit about your friend, you do check them. Who gonna check me? I wish a motherfucker would come at Karla in my motherfucking face. Look, I be at Karla shows wishing someone would whisper there's something about her. I'm cracking heads. Okay? It's going down, and just don't do it. So they kind of arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Giselle like, just don't talk about my friend. Just don't talk about her. And at this point, they say, well, hey, can y'all stop arguing because it's getting too much? But, Candace gonna say, well, you know what I'm saying? You need to sit down, stay in your seat. Giselle like, bitch, I'm in my seat. I'm not even up. It was just stupid at that point. Again, I don't like Candace. I think Candace is acting for no damn reason. I think Candace herself is self-conscious because her mother paid for so much. And she knows that she comes off as a spoiled brat. And she doesn't seem to have done a lot for her mother to be paying for stuff. I think she just likes being kept by her mother. So yeah, we have to wait until the next episode to see what happens with everything else. I did not mean for this video to be so long, but put your comments below. Let me know what you think. And other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.